thank you everyone for being here. I know it's late and I'm the last speaker and I don't have any slides like all the previous speakers, but I try to be as clear as possible. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So I'm Julien Delaunay. I'm AI researcher at Top Doctors. I specialize in natural language processing and explainability. And here I'm going to present you one use case where we can use this voice AI to healthcare. So I'm going to present TD Listener, which is one of our tools that we use at Top Doctors. We make it available to all our doctors. So it's about 90,000 doctors around the world. And it's a medical AI scribe. So I guess you are all familiar with the clinical burdens. So the doctors having to spend the consultation. When they come back to house, they have to fill the clinical reports of their patients. When looking at the patients, they spend more time typing than actually looking at the patient and thinking about what next or what did the patient say. So what we are trying to do here is to let the doctors having the possibility to focus more on the patient rather than writing the electronic health records or the medical report. So it's also like major benefits for the patients because when I go to the doctors, I don't like when he's still typing the medical reports of the previous patients. I know we will still think about these previous patients. Also, I prefer when the patient or the doctors can look at me, respond to my questions and things like that, rather than only typing and not looking at me. So I will now start to show the platform. So it's called TD Listener. It starts by using a microphone or an audio. So here you can see we can use directly the microphone of the computer, or we can also use a QR code to use your mobile phone as a microphone. The other way is to directly upload an audio, as I will do today to avoid the demo effect. And we can also use some telemedicine. So you can have a TD Listener jumping into the video call. So through Teams, Meet, or Zoom, it will grab the audio and generate the report. Before showing the demo, I will just show you a bit the interface. We can generate different templates. So for instance, first visits, where the doctor can indicate the format of the medical report. So for instance, all these different aspects of the visits, and some much shorter, for instance, for follow-up. And it's very easy to create new template. Like you just write, difficult with one N, but like that. And you have your new template that the AI will follow when it generates the final report. All right, so let's test with an audio. So I'll do the follow-up. You can choose the language you want the LLM to generate the report. So for instance, now it's available in Spanish, English, Italian, and Catalan. Top Doctor is not in French, so we don't write reports in French. So let's try in English. So again, thank you, T-Bot, for the computer. So here we write the name of the patient. So T-Bot Barcelona. So it's like a simple audio of a conversation between a doctor and a patient. It's about 25 minutes. As we can see, there is some background noise due to the microphone using computer, but it's not like the important part of the demo today. And in the meantime, we have our clinical report. So here we have some information about the patient, so the objective. It followed the structure we ask, so what is called the SOAP, subjective, objective, assessment, and plan, like that. And we can also see that the AI highlighted with these brackets the terms that the doctors should take attention before like just saving the report like that and saying, oh, it's okay. We said to the AI, highlight some medication, some doses, things that the doctor should look and pay attention. So for instance, if the doctors say, I don't know, it's not paracetamol, or it's a different kind of medication I should give to the patients. He can change it and say, I don't know, 50 milligram, like that, and as simply as that, he save a new report. So maybe something that interests you is what is going behind this. So we made some studies. We are writing some papers that should be published soon in journal, where we compare and evaluate different automatic speech recognition models. So studies are a bit old, so it's a model, old model, what we can say in the domain. So we tested, for instance, Voxtral from Mistral, GPT Transcribe, Whisper, and Google Cloud Speech-to-Text fine-tuned on clinical data. And we also tested different large language models to generate these reports. So does the model keep the discussion or the audio? Can it follow the template we ask it to generate? And we tested GPT, Gemini, and MedGemma, so the open source version fine-tuned on healthcare data. And at that time, we discovered that general model were the best. Like Google Cloud fine-tuned on medical is very expensive. It's not very good. And same for MedGemma, has the capacity to run in local, but it's less powerful than the overall like general models. And as we are dealing with health data, we thought it was more important to have like a clinical report that is free from error or zero hallucination. All right, just to show you, this is already used by about 2,000 doctors, maybe a bit more. So here we can see there is about 500 doctors in Mexico, 400 in Italy, 400 in Colombia, 300 in UK, 100 in Spain. And it's available to all our 90,000 doctors. And we plan to add some new cool features to it. So for instance, if the doctors finish the consultation saying, hey, see you next month, we can connect to the doctors through Top Doctors platform, search for slots in the calendar of the doctor, and send a WhatsApp to the patient to say, are you available next month for a visit? And directly reserving the appointment. We are thinking also about a way to kind of take these reports and generate small summaries so that the doctor, before receiving the patients, can just look at these 3-4 sentences and know who is the patient, why does he come to visit him, and that's it. If you have any questions.
Hi, thank you. I have two questions. One is, I think healthcare is probably one of the biggest industries that has opportunities with applied AI, but there's a massive problem with regulation and data protection. So how does this work with GDPR, data protection, all that? And then, sorry, the second question, how does pricing work for the
Okay, thank you for the questions. Yeah, I was expecting these kind of questions. So I'm not in the legal department of the company, so I don't know all the specific use case, but I know we have an agreement with Azure, Microsoft, so they cannot use our data or audio, and we don't keep any audio. Like you see, I only have the temporary report here, and then the doctor can only save it or directly register in the software that we propose for doctors in the group, which is Ofimedic. And then we don't keep the reports, like it's just now. And yeah, Azure told us that they won't use our data. And the second question was
pricing.
Yeah. So for now, it depends on the country, of course. So if you are in Colombia, in Mexico, or in Spain, you will not have the same price. But for now, in Spain, it's $30, and you have 60 hours of audio.
I have another question. Does it only work with like independent professionals, or can it be like plugged in another system? Like think about like public health. Like could you make it integrate with it?
Yeah. So Top Doctors is already working with different clinic, hospitals, doctors, specialists, as you said. So we also have software that can be used in these different clinic, hospitals, and specialists. So it can already be integrated into either directly by the professional or into this software.
Any other questions?
How many people are involved in the company and how do you market to doctors?
The company is about 500 person, but there is like all the sales departments, client support for doctors and patients. For us in the what we call the AI hub, we are only like 15 people, and we started like 2 years ago when I arrived.
And how do you market to doctors?
Oh, we have like we use the sales team from Top Doctors. As I said, like this tool is already available to all our 90,000 doctors, so they can access to it. And then if they want to use it like a lot, they can pay us and continue the membership.
Anyone else?
Yeah, hi, this is awesome technology, and I agree with the gentleman to the left that the telehealth space is really ripe for adoption and innovation with combo AI tech. We do a lot with the telehealth industry and doctors and patients and virtual meetings. I just wanted to understand, is this something downloaded on a device, or could this be hooked into a telehealth conference? Because we certainly do have clients that are looking for SOAP note summarization, and was curious if that might be something that could be woven into a real-time session.
Yeah, I see. So yes, as you said, it's a big market. Like there is a lot of tech companies that are selling their own AI scribe medical, and we just started to launch this telemedicine possibilities. So the TD listener will jump into the conference room, so Teams, Zoom, or Meet for the moment, grab the audio, and then generate the reports. But we cannot do this in real time, like as you said. It's just when you finish the meeting or you want to, that you are free and you can, the report is finished, you say go out TD listener and it will generate the report.
And I guess the real time is not as specific or necessary, but the ability to parse off an audio feed and feed your model,
Yeah.
That's all it needs. It's just an audio feed input.
Yeah, we are using Recall AI, I think, for that. Like it can connect through open source to this meeting platform, and we grab the audio and we generate the report, and yeah.
Awesome. Really cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you. It's a great tool. My question is related to it was first compliance, but wait, that's just for yeah. So you're a researcher. My question is related to when do you know it's ready to be launched? Because this needs to be zero hallucination rate. I don't know how to say it, because it's delicate data, no? So when is it ready to launch? Like what questions do you ask and so on?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, when they told me sales team that they wanted to launch it, I was a bit scared because, as you said, like we cannot tolerate any error or hallucination. That's why we let the doctor, we warn him that the AI might do some error, and they have to take care and to verify that the report is correct. That's why we also have this bracket, like here, to highlight some parts that the AI is not sure it's correct, or it's very important that there is no mistakes in it. But yeah, otherwise we will never be ready for.
Any more questions for Julien? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.